Good day, viewers, and welcome to this special edition of Outlook. And our focus on the program today is politics. Yes, you heard me right, politics. Former Ekiti State Governor, His Excellency Segun Oni, while in office between 2007 and 2010, instituted what he then tagged State of the State Address. This was an avenue for the governor to give account of his stewardship to the people of the state. Our crew witnessed the third in the series of the State of the State Address presentation. Relax as we bring you some high points of the event. We must state, however, that some of the resource persons interviewed in the program have since left office, while some have even passed on to eternal glory. Happy viewing. My name is Segun Falodun.
We will construct the road that goes straight from Oye to Otun, and including the bridge over Ewo. So you will have a thorough area from Oye to Otun. We will construct the road that goes straight from Ilupeju to Ijon through Ikebon. We will, for the first time, they will also have the opportunity of very high-grade asphalt road. We will construct also the roads that go straight through from Ijero to Ayetoro via Ikoti, Iloro. And finally, the dualization work that we are doing, which is on a federal government road, that I want to acknowledge that we have had. The federal government reimbursing us will finally get to where it should get to, which is at Ito. The first phase is what we are battling with now. The first phase will be completed before June, and we can start the second phase that takes us to Ito.
The State of the State 3 presentation by the Ekiti State Governor, Engineer Segun Oni, was indeed an account of stewardship of his administration, especially in the last 1 year to the people of the state. The governor, in a presentation that was televised live on the network service of the NTA and AIT, painstakingly briefed the mammoth crowd who converged at the Abiodun Adetiloye Hall at Ekiti on the various projects already enunciated by his administration. Projects include those on education, health, agriculture, economy, tourism, environment, provision of infrastructure, and many more. While some of these projects according to the governor have been completed, others are ongoing and nearing completion stage. As remarked by the governor, the essence of democracy is all about performance, and he assured the people of the state that he will adhere strictly to his goals of turning Ekiti to a brand of excellence with global acclaim. The State of the State 3 address by Engineer Segun Oni, which took about 2 hours, was punctuated intermittently with loud applause from the appreciative crowd. Some of the dignitaries who graced the event in their testimonies and interviews showered encomiums on Engineer Segun Oni.
Somebody to be bold enough to say, I want to give account of my stewardship. Not waiting until the time you are presenting your annual budget. But this is the practical realities of presenting to everybody. I think if you are not confident of what you've done, you will not come around and be showing this. I am interested in all you are doing, and all we can wish you is to continue to do what you are doing, and God will pilot and guide you.
Education is the bedrock of the state, and has continued to give adequate attention to that very special area of advancement in Ekiti State. I can only say, as I said earlier, that we appreciate and continue to pray for him to make this state the model that he has aspired it to be and will continue to be, and by the grace of God, Ekiti will be a leader. Thank you so much.
Governors that are transparent and are accountable and know that they have a responsibility to the people who elected them should come out from time to time to give this type of statements on what they have been doing. It is a welcome development, and it shows that we are making progress as far as democracy is concerned in this country.
Engineer Segun Oni started this program in this country. Some other states are doing it now, and I'm happy that if you say like what we said, the third even gets better. And from what happened today, you can say we are getting better. This is a report of activities. What you do not do, you cannot report.
The little resource Ekiti State has acquired, this governor has made the best of it. And that is why I'm impressed. Sometimes governors say we don't have money, but the little they have not applied properly. But you can see in this particular case that they have been focused on using resources very well, using them efficiently and effectively. And you can see sometimes it is not when you make so much noise. Seeing is believing. When you see what is on ground, what the governor has done with the little he has acquired, and the way he has managed resources, I'm really very impressed. I'm overwhelmed.
It's important for us to understand and appreciate at any point in time what our leaders are doing. It's important for us to promote openness and at the same time for people to participate in the decision-making process. Public opinion is important, and that's what the governor has exhibited with this State of the State address, and it should be encouraged. At a point in time, the people must know and appreciate what those people who are governing us are doing. I commend him for this laudable thing.
The man is an innovator. He's a brilliant man, highly gifted man. I think this is better than going to the press or television at every turn of event. You buy a needle and you take it around. You buy a vehicle, you take it around. That's not good enough for a state. I think this is the best thing that ought to be done by a governor and should be copied and practiced by every other state.
I'm so proud that the data we are given the source of data. And development profile was arranged in a way that makes it easier for people to understand.
You have to tell the people what you are doing. And Governor of Segun Oni believes in that you hold the people your mandate, and you will constantly brief them on what you are doing with your trust that they propose in you. And that's what it's all about. It's a good initiative. He started it in this country, and I believe several governors are copying him.
Account of stewardship is the foundation of transparency and accountability. If you have something to hide, then you will not expose yourself the way this man has said. In the field of education, here are the colors of the roads that I have made. Here are the colors of the ones that are in progress. In other words, if somebody says, I was macheted, you don't start saying, where is it? It is so obvious. So if the man doesn't have the courage to say, go and find out and confirm whether what I am saying is true or not, he will not do this. And this is good for the polity.
Our clue heeded the advice of elder statesman Chief Segun as we took a trip round parts of Ekiti State to verify the claims made by Engineer Segun Oni on some of the projects enunciated by his administration. An age-old adage says, seeing is believing, and our trip was quite revealing as it was also rewarding. The first port of call was to some institutions of learning in the state. This is because education is one of the pillars of Governor Segun Oni's administration. Education has been described as never been so free, never been so founded in Ekiti State by the governor during a State of the State 3 presentation, and we can't but agree with Mr. Governor's summation. From primary to secondary schools in all the local government areas of the state, learning environment has been made conducive. Pupils in both primary and secondary schools no longer have to carry chairs and tables from their homes to school or sit on bare floor. This is by courtesy of Governor Segun Oni's administration that has provided pupils in all primary and secondary schools in the state with standard and uniform furniture and at no cost whatsoever to pupils or their parents. Pupils in primary schools and those in junior secondary are now fed twice a week with eggs and chocolate. What is more, students in most secondary schools in Ekiti State now engage in one vocation or another. We have those who engage in soap-making, textile, bakery, pottery and chalk production. Others are into printing press, cassava processing, block making, sewing, nylon packaging, and many more. Senior secondary students have been provided with laptops which have made computer education and ICT so easy for them. Teachers and students are appreciative and full of commendations for Engineer Segun Oni's administration.
We thank the Ekiti State Governor for giving us this opportunity because it's a very good opportunity, and we pray that more grace to his elbow.
I thank Mr. Governor, I thank Ekiti State Government for providing these very invaluable materials for our students. It has been a joyous thing. My students, they are exceedingly happy. We members of staff, we are grateful to the government. We thank the government, the governor, for this special grace.
Still on education, all junior secondary school students have been supplied with free textbooks, while all schools have fully equipped libraries. What's more, buildings of most schools have been renovated and newly constructed classrooms have also been provided. Senior secondary students in 19 of the secondary schools in the state now have boarding facilities with the necessary infrastructure such as good hostels, lights, roads, and water provided. In case you are curious to know the fate of tertiary institutions in the state, then wait for this. The University of Ado-Ekiti, UNED, continues to enjoy premier attention as it has been given accelerated transformation. What with construction works for lecture theatres, faculty buildings, Vice-Chancellor's office, the university main gate, and many others that are ongoing at UNED's main campus. The administration of Engineer Segun Oni has also established 2 more universities. They are the University of Education, Ikere-Ekiti, and the University of Science and Technology, Ifaki-Ekiti. Healthcare delivery, which is another main focus of the Engineer Segun Oni-led administration, in the view of some health workers, has witnessed an unprecedented growth. They were quick to make reference to the improvement in the service delivery at the University Teaching Hospital, Ado-Ekiti. The ophthalmological center of the hospital, which has commenced full operation, is said to be one of the best eye centers not only in this country but in Africa. The center is equipped with state-of-the-art equipment and also manned by both Nigerian and Cuban medical experts.
We should show appreciation to the government and to the governor, Engineer Segun Oni, because for bringing this first-class eye treatment to Ekiti State.
It is wonderful. The last time I saw such modern equipment was at Moorfield Eye Hospital in London, when I went there about 3 years ago for my eye operation test. And the equipment I see here is quite very modern.
I am very grateful, particularly to the Ekiti State Governor, Engineer Segun Oni, because he has given us all the support we need, all the conditions. He's been taking care of everything from the accommodation to the equipment, the needs we have to work.
Apart from the University Teaching Hospital at Ado-Ekiti, there are general hospitals and specialist hospitals in some major towns to cater for the health needs of the people of the state. Another innovation by the Engineer Segun Oni-led administration in healthcare delivery is that of the establishment of blue hospitals in various communities in all the local government areas of the state. To complement the efforts of medical personnel in all the categories of health institutions in the state is the establishment of a mega central medical store, which is a unified drug revolving fund that ensures adequate supply of drugs to all the hospitals in the state. This is another innovation that has made drugs not only affordable to the people, but also ensures that there are no shortage of drugs in all the hospitals. Food, water and shelter are very essential to human needs, no matter in whatever part of the planet Earth that is in focus. All these three essentials of life have been addressed squarely by Engineer Segun Oni-led administration in Ekiti State. The governor, in his State of the State 3 address, stated that his administration has made considerable progress in the provision of affordable housing units for the people of the state. We have the Irewolede Housing Estate Ilawe Road in Ado-Ekiti and the Judges' Quarters along NTA Road, Ado-Ekiti. Several other housing estates have been developed in other parts of the state. Government has also not left out its workforce to the extent that office accommodation has been provided at the State Secretariat Complex for civil servants. This is in addition to the already existing structures at the Secretariat Complex. Construction work is in progress at the new State House of Assembly, which is within a working distance to the State Secretariat Complex. The Government House Complex is also being transformed. What with the construction of the Deputy Governor's Office and VIP toilets, all within the Government House premise. Coming to water supply, government has embarked on what has been described as the most comprehensive water for all program in the state. New water treatment plants in many locations in the state are being reconstructed. The newly completed water treatment plant in Ado-Ekiti is designed to have a capacity of supplying 5 million liters of water per day. When completed, all the new water treatment plants will have a total capacity of supplying more than 25 million liters of water per day, which will be in excess of the total water requirement for the entire state. On the economy and social development, the state is witnessing a remarkable turnaround. Driving through Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, one can easily identify diverse commercial buildings in many parts of the city. Traffic build-ups, usually associated with Lagos and other major cities in the country, would seem to have also become a daily occurrence in Ado-Ekiti. The issue of effective and regular power supply in Ekiti State is being tackled headlong by Governor Segun Oni. This is because work is in progress at the 132-133 kVA sub-transmission station at Omishanjano in the outskirts of Ado-Ekiti, the state capital. When completed, the substation, according to some PHCN officials on site, will be capable of supplying effectively all the electrical energy needs of the state. The third in the series of the State address had come and gone, and the people of Ekiti State, both within and in the diaspora, have showered praises on the governor and his team for the progress so far made in the state. They have, however, asked for the cooperation and support of the people of the state to allow for peace to reign and for government to do more.
It's laying a very good foundation for the state, and it's the duty of every Ekiti son and daughter to build on this foundation, to ensure that this state towers ahead the rest.
I'm an Idiji, and I've been seeing how the governor is performing the Ekiti State. So we are very, very happy, and that is why we give the governor 100% of support for him to rule Ekiti State, and we still pray that he still come back to rule again after this tenure, because he has performed wonderful in Ekiti State.
I hope that we'll be able to sustain it. But as far as this administration is concerned, I think this is a very excellent move. He started it about 2 years ago, and we are just developing on it. So it's already becoming an institution, so to say. So if you like, follow suit. Otherwise, Ekiti people will query you. What is happening to our situation here? I mean, economically or in terms of accountability, you know. This is accountability in place, you understand? It's accounting for what he has done, and I think it's expected of any administration.
Without a shadow of doubt, I'm even looking forward to the event becoming institutionalized in Nigeria itself, because this affords people to know
what government is all about. It's about giving back to the system what you've been able to do to the system. Tell them what you've been able to do as a leader to them.
This is our home. There is no other place we can call home. I'm calling on everybody, whichever party you belong, this is your government. Come and support the government of Engineer Segun Oni for us all to lift Ekiti State up.
I feel very good. I'm very grateful to the Almighty God for giving us the opportunity to serve our people, because it's an opportunity that only God gives, and it is because we have this opportunity that we can do this. So we have to continue to thank the Almighty God for giving us this opportunity, and to continue to pledge that we will do our best to justify the confidence that our people have reposed in us.
This is about all we have for you in this special edition of Outlook. His Excellency Olusegun Oni is again asking for the support and votes of the people of the state for him to be elected as the next governor of the state come June 18, 2022. The track records of His Excellency Olusegun Oni while in office, we believe, are sufficient for you to re-elect him into office.
Vote for Engineer Segun Oni. Vote SDP. Ekiti Koya. Otoge.
This is yours sincerely, Segun Falodun, saying bye for now. Stay out of trouble and stay blessed always.